Hi, well today my mother Oriana is back with me and my grandmother Grace. We are here to share a very traditional recipe that is from the region that they're from, which is Abruzia, and it's called pasta fagioli, and which basically means pasta and beans. And if you are looking for a vegetarian type dish, this is the one that's perfect for you. Pronto? Allora andiamo a cucinare.
Whoa, whoa, yeah.
Ciao, my name is Lucia and this is Green Olive Cooking Channel. This is the channel where I bring great meals and memories through wholesome Italian cooking to your kitchen. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and the notification bell, because that's my way of letting you know when I have a new recipe for you. Well, today we are making this very traditional dish called pasta fagioli. There's a lot of variations to it, and we'll kind of talk about that as we go through. But first thing I do want to say is that we had made some pasta earlier, and if you want to know how to make homemade pasta, I will leave a link in the iCards above. But we pretty much made our sheets of pasta like this, and for this particular one, I took the sheet and we just kind of cut it into 3 strips. We want our strips to be about that kind of width because we're going to cut them. I put lots of flour on them and we have a whole bunch of them right here. But one of the things my mom wants to share is you can use, if you don't want to make homemade pasta, you could use store-bought pasta. And here's some examples that we have that you can use. Do you want to talk about these examples, Mom?
Yeah, so you can use ditalini, you can use elbow, you can use broken up spaghetti, little shells, whatever you prefer.
Yeah, and you don't need very much pasta.
No, you don't.
Yeah, it's about what?
For maybe 4 people, about 8 ounces, half a pound of pasta.
Half a pound.
Is fine.
Yeah. So, okay. So why don't we get started on the sauce here? And what's the first thing we need to do, Mom?
The first thing we're going to do is we're going to put 2 or 3 tablespoons of olive oil in your pan. Put some garlic in. And some onion. And about a half an onion. If you don't like that much, don't put as much. And I put celery. If you've got celery, use it. If you don't like celery, don't use it.
Celery gives a nice flavor.
I put it, sometimes I don't have it and I don't put it in. And we just want to saute this a little bit. That this dish is very versatile. It's very nutritious. You can add anything that you like. You can make it with any kind of bean. You can make it with garbanzo beans. You can make it with lentils. You can make it with even zucchini when the zucchini's in season. I always do that.
That's a good one because a lot of people have tons of zucchini and never know what to do with it in their garden.
Chunk it, not dice it, but I make it a little more coarse, and use it the same way. The sauce is going to be the same. You just add whatever vegetable that you like. Also, peas is good, and also you can add meat if you want. You can add sausage, or you can add any kind of ground meat that you prefer, or pancetta and bacon. Usually, when I do with the peas, I always use pancetta or bacon to flavor. But anything you want. It's so versatile.
That's nice when you have a versatile dish that you've got the basic ingredients, and then you can just add whatever you have,
Right, and you can make it as saucy as you like, and you can make it as dry as you like.
Yeah.
So it's a giving recipe. So now we're going to add our tomatoes.
Okay, I'll take that.
This is about a cup of fresh garden diced tomatoes, and we're going to let it cook for about 15 or 20 minutes.
Okay.
And then we'll put on our water for the pasta and just add the beans. The beans are already cooked, so all you need to do is just really warm them up, actually.
Okay.
Okay? And I'm going to add about a teaspoon of salt.
Okay. So, Grandma, this was a dish that you guys made a lot growing up. You had this?
Yes. When we first came to Canada from Italy, we came with a couple of suitcases. That's all we had, and money was scarce, so this is what we ate. Pasta with beans or pasta with garbanzo beans or whatever, and Mom would always make fresh pasta. She wouldn't buy pasta, and actually she would make it just with flour, water, and salt. That's it. No eggs.
Not even eggs.
Not even eggs. No.
Eggs were expensive, huh?
Eggs were expensive.
Yeah.
So this is what we grew up on, and I think that Fortunately, I think the way my mother cooked and the way I continue to cook today is why my mother has gotten to be 95 years old.
Yeah, because you cook healthy from the garden, right?
Yeah.
Everything is on the garden.
Yeah, that's awesome, Grandma. Yeah, 95, that's good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yes.
yep.
All right, so now at this point, this is cooked for about 15 minutes. I'm going to add a bay leaf. I'm going to add my 1 can of beans. If you want to use dry beans, you got to pre-soak them the night before and then cook them. This is an easy way, just with a can. And I'm going to add about a cup of water. And let this cook for another 10-15 minutes.
Okay, so we can get the pasta ready
So we'll
now?
get the pasta ready
Okay,
now.
so the pasta we cut in strips, like I mentioned earlier. We put some flour on them because my grandma's going to stack them and she's going to cut them. So why don't you show them how you cut the pasta, Grandma?
Lay out here.
Okay, so now that the pasta's cut, we're going to put it in the salted water. Can you add a little bit of salt? I don't think I salted the water. Okay. All right. That all in there. And this is, it's going to come to a boil. Pasta's going to sink, and then it's going to rise, and it probably just takes about a couple minutes from that point. Let me, excuse me. Let me just give this a quick stir. There we go. And we're just going to let that come to a boil. All right, so our pasta's cooked. It took a little longer to cook because I made a thicker pasta. So it took about, I would say, what, 4 or 5 minutes?
Yep.
Yeah, so it did take a little longer. So I'm going to kind of strain it from the pasta water and put it in our sauce, and we will mix it. And if it's not cooked all the way, you can actually continue cooking it in the sauce.
Yes.
Just remember that, you know, it will absorb more water if it's not cooked yet. But also, you were saying if you wanted to give it more flavor, not add
You
water.
can also add chicken broth if you like, or vegetable broth, whatever you prefer. Yeah. And you can make it as soupy as you want and as dry as
Yeah.
you want.
Yep.
And if you feel after you put the mixture together and it's a little more, you want it a
pretty
little
much
more
it.
soupier, just add your pasta water. Yeah, always save pasta water.
Yeah, this is a very forgiving peasant dish.
Yes.
And that's what's so wonderful about it, is because it's so forgiving and you can add so much stuff
I'm
to
gonna
it.
add maybe about a half a cup of water.
Okay.
Just, you
Okay.
can make it as juicy or as dry as you like. Okay, so let's just put it up here a bit
Okay.
and let it come to a good boil. Oh, I've got to see if I can find my bay leaf. There he is.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, take it out.
Can throw it in here.
Yeah. And just let it come up to a good boil, and it's ready to go. And then just taste it for seasoning. That's all. Taste it for seasoning.
All right, so now that it's all done, we've put it in this bowl, and we're all going to try. We're actually going to add a little bit of Parmesan cheese because, you know,
Yeah.
got to have Parmesan cheese.
If you like it. Otherwise, you can do without.
Yep, yep. And so,
To your taste.
pronto per prov?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and try. Let's
Try it.
Right.
dig in.
Hey.
Oh, it's delicious.
Bring back memories.
Bring back memories. I haven't had it with homemade pasta for a long time.
I know.
Because it's so much easier just to get the dried and
dry.
cook it right away.
Yeah.
Pasta
It
di
is.
casa, very good.
Yeah, you like it? Does it remind you of coming to to Canada and how you used to cook?
Sembra
Well,
pasta di casa.
Yeah, we used to always eat.
Mama made a lot of it in Italy.
I know.
That's all they ate.
I know.
All the time pasta di casa.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
yeah.
It is very yummy, very, very good.
It
This is a it is a peasant dish, but you know what? Sometimes the peasant dish, the simple dishes, are the ones that are more delicious. And you know, you can't help but have those memories, whether they're good or bad memories. They're still good memories that you
Yeah.
know are around the dishes.
Right.
You know,
Right.
Really
you have an
good.
appreciation for it.
And not only that, it's healthy.
Yeah.
It's healthy food.
Very healthy.
Healthy.
Because we know every single thing that went into this, from the pasta to the tomatoes, everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Pasta you buy, the pasta di casa, very good.
Yes.
Very
Homemade pasta is very good, she said. Yeah,
Very
good, good. All right, so if you would like another video that will accompany this one, go ahead and click over here and I will check you out over there. Otherwise, ciao, ci vediamo dopo.
Vediamo dopo, grazie.